Hi there class, this is a short tutorial video designed to give you some tips about how to effectively design a document like the one that you might be writing up for your management and leadership backgrounder. I'm starting here with a sample text. You can see that there are some headings here that are similar to the ones that you might have. For example, one where you're describing the trend, talking a little bit about the business needs that are served by the trend, and then maybe the appeals and limitations for management offered by the trend. The text here is just sample text designed to fill up space and look like paragraphs to help get a better sense of this. But the basic skill that we're going to look at are going to be using the heading levels, and I'm working today in Microsoft Word. I'll say that the same kind of style functions also show up in basically the same place in Google Docs if you prefer to write there. I'll move over here quickly to this home ribbon so that you can kind of see the standard set of options that are here. And in the version of Word we're working with today, the options are going to be the ones that show up right here where it says heading 1, heading 2, normal, title, subtitle, and so on. If you look at this basic text here, you notice it's all simple. All of the text is the same font. It's also all of the same size. And that's okay if you're needing to just draft, but what we're going to do here is to add some digital structure to the document to make it both easier to read and also a little bit nicer to look at. So the first thing here you can do is just to see the digital structure, take a look here at the navigation pane under View, Navigation pane, and if you select the menu that looks like the document map with bullet points, at present, you'll notice that there's nothing there. And so it means that you could not navigate around the document here the way that you might navigate a large digital document like our textbook. So one of the first steps that many writers will take when they're wanting to kind of set the heading levels apart is they might try to make these bold or they might make them bigger. And those are fine. Those are reasonable steps to make. It looks good. We can see right here in this case, Calibri 12-point font with bold-faced black text. You could go through and do that to all three of these headings, but the problem, if you look in the navigation pane, is that it's not actually changing the digital organization of the document. And so to do that, what we're going to need to do is use the heading levels here. To set something as a heading level, just highlight the text that you want to designate as a heading, and then touch the heading 1 button. It will most likely change your font and probably also the color to whatever preset is there. Go ahead and do this for all 3 or 4 or however many headings you have. In this video, we won't look at all of the other different types of settings here, but if you have a document where you have subheadings or have other kinds of styles that you want to designate, those buttons can all be used in the same way. After doing this here, setting the heading level 1 for all of those sections, you'll notice in the navigation section here the headings are showing up and you can actually click on it and it will take you to that section of the paper, which is really nice. The next step is, suppose you don't like the font and format, you can change it pretty easily to whatever you want. Let's leave it at maybe Calibri. Maybe you want it to go back to size 14 and you prefer it to be black, and maybe you want it bold. You could set that to however you want. If you come up and set the cursor over heading 1, right-click, you'll get a small menu. And the first item, Update Heading 1 to Match selection, does something really nice. It will set the computer default to be whatever font styles you've just set in that sample, and then it will update every other occurrence of heading 1 to match it exactly. So it's a really nice way to make updates in a uniform way to the document. The other nice detail here is that by giving the document organization in this way, it's very easy to build in other features like a table of contents in an automatic way. For this case, I'm going to use a page break just to give us a little bit of space so that we don't really disrupt the document here. So I'm going to insert a page break, and then we'll put the table of contents on this first page with all of our text being down here. In this version of Word, under References, there's Table of Contents, and you can pick whatever style you want. but in really 2 clicks, if you've established the heading level, you'll be able to have an automatic table of contents show up. All of the headings of the sections show up, and all of the page numbers where they're located also show up on the table. This is really nice if you have a longer document. If you send this out digitally, if you save it as a PDF and the person reading it clicks one of those headings, it'll take them to exactly that section that they're looking at. So in just about 5.5 minutes here, a few quick, easy steps to really enhance the readability and look of a paper and also make it much easier to navigate digitally. I hope this is helpful for you.